And hey, it's Ebon'e of RnB Vibes, and I am with an artist that I have to describe as very transparent. I think that's the best word for you. What is up, yo train? What's up?
What's poppin'? How you doing, man? Thank you so much for having me. And, glad to have some time and be able to talk about the music, creativity, and what I'm about.
I'm excited to introduce it to our airwaves. For me, my introduction to you was Late Night Drive.
Hmm.
And that just took me to a whole nother world of your music, your catalog, your ability to just be so melodic and specific with your sound. So thank you so much for coming on. Now, am I correct? You're from Africa, but you're born in Africa, but you're originally raised and grew up in France. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. So I was born in a small country called Gabon. It's close to Cameroon. So I spent like 3 years there. Then my mom moved to France because she had like a scholarship, and it wasn't really going very well with my dad at the time. So we ended up going to France for my older brother. Then I had
Mm.
a younger one when we was there. But yeah, so that's the story, man. That's where I'm from. Um, but I was always influenced by American culture in a way because it was just everywhere. Like growing up in France, Tupac, Michael Jackson, all those big artists, and we was so attracted to that swag, but it seemed so far because back then, like there was no social media and things like that. So it was crazy. So now being here, man, and like being able to work with artists that I grew up listening to and things like that, it's amazing.
Well, tell me about the difference in culture from the France culture, I guess, in French and all of that versus American. Is there a difference in way of life, or just the culture, the lifestyle and stuff?
Yeah, there is like some differences. Even more when I was growing up though, because now France is kind of catching up. But yeah, growing up, like American swag was different, French swag was different. Um, just the way people like interact with each other is different as well. I feel like Americans are very like straightforward. They want to let you know what's up. People don't really move like that in France. What else is different? The club scene is America, man. They outside. In France, like it's dope though. But yeah, America's crazy, man.
I
uh,
love it. Now, but you went from, and am I correct that you went from like rapping out there, and you were speaking French? Like first of all, how did you get the English language and you was accustomed around the French language? How did you adopt both?
well, I think first of all, I gotta thank God because I didn't choose. Like a lot of people, they tried so hard. A lot of people I know, they actually speak like fluently like English, but they still have a French accent. So I didn't choose that. But also, I remember when I would learn back then, I was like exaggerating with the accent. I would pronounce like doors or floor, just to get the accent right to the point where it's just like it just comes out naturally now. But yeah, like I just taught myself how to speak because I knew I if I wanted to reach a bigger audience, I needed to be able to speak English. It's the international language.
This is true. Tell me though, you was rapping at first, right? And then you went to singing covers and stuff. What made you go to the singing route versus the hip hop route?
Well, first of all, my mom, because yeah, a very very big uh, part of my life and one of my biggest influences as well because she's a singer too. And she knows I can sing. But back then, hanging out with the homies in the streets or whatever, I would play like rap music, and then you just get like programmed and thinking that that's what you should be doing. Boom, I'm trying to be the next Kendrick Lamar or whatever. But if it's not for you, you know, you can't force it. And for me, like, I gotta have my mom's feedback and approval to, like, when, as far as like the quality of the music, you know. If she listen and it's like it's whack, I'm not dropping it.
Family is very
So,
important to
oh
you.
yeah, especially my mom, because like she's my rock. We grew up, you know, just me and my two brothers. So she knows me so well that like I can trust her with that.
See,
But I mean, if I really love a song, I'm still gonna, you know, do my own thing. But if it's really like, nah, it's not it, you know. And when the rap stuff, it was like, nah, you're not going, you're not
well,
too
you see,
far.
like I think it's important. You showcase how important family is in your music, and I was always very curious: is your family supportive of your music? You know, so you talked about your mom and your siblings, and I think that you kind of dip into a dad situation. Is it okay for me to ask what is that situation when it comes to you and your dad?
I mean, we're not very close, you know, because I didn't grow up with him. I met him for the first time in 2017. It was a
Oh.
great experience, you know, but I feel like, you know, it was really just me trying to get answers and trying to understand what happened. Like, why weren't you there this whole time? So he gave me his perspective, which was good. But now, like, I got so many things to do in my life that unfortunately we're not able to really like talk a lot and get closer to each other.
Mm.
But growing up with my mom was amazing, man. Like, I wouldn't want it, any different, because I wouldn't be the person I am. She built me, you know.
Yeah, I trust me, I get it. My mom is my world. Like I am nothing but a walking showcase of her teaching. So I definitely respect it. And
Mhm.
I'm curious though, as being a man and being in relationships, finding love or being in love. Of course, the dad part might step in sometimes, and I
Mhm.
wonder whether or not that is why you sometimes say in your music. At least I've heard it, and I think Star Child, having a fucked up heart. Is that
Yeah,
or what is
yeah.
okay?
Because if we really, you know, like if we would really get like deep into it, even the way I was in introduction to like relationships and, you know, like even like sexual life and things like that, it wasn't on no, like, it wasn't the regular love story that's supposed to happen. It was already
Mm.
dark and toxic and weird, which happened probably because, you know, I didn't grow up with a dad, so I didn't even know how to move and how to treat, you know, a woman a certain way. Well, how am I supposed to be treated? Because most times we thinking like it's always us. Nah, man. Like, I got my heart broken. You know, I didn't know how to deal with it. Yeah, and if my dad was
No,
around,
I
he
get it.
probably, you know, taught me a lot more. But it's this how like you get stronger, man. Because now, like, I can, you know, I had to become a man basically very early on.
See, my thing is though, when I don't know whether or not in your music you are in the stages of you learning more about love and who you are in the relationships and trying not to be what you assume or what you've seen. Because in my mind, when I hear your songs, even your early work, it's like you already have an understanding. This is what love is. This is how relationships should be. But am I incorrect? I mean, are you in your songs basically giving out a narrative of how to for yourself?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
Mm.
got it right, because I'm a student. I'm a student of life. I'm a student of love. Everything that's important and exciting in life, I'm a student of it. So I'm really just studying love, man. You know, this whole time, that's all it was. So I'm trying to do better. Sometimes I
Studying
mess
love.
up. You know, it's like there are ups and downs, but we always learning, man. No one can tell me, oh, this is how love should be. This is how love has it. Nah, man. We all experience different things. So we all just got to keep learning.
What is one of the the hardest things you've learned in love?
That you can't control who you love, first of all, and the way they're gonna treat you. You know, so you might be the most loyal person on earth, thinking that they're gonna give it back to you. Can't control that. So don't, don't be in a relationship expecting anything from anyone, man. Just do your part. That's it. Because you're not controlling no one. You don't think that just because you're doing that, they're gonna do it back. Nah, that's what I learned, man. So I just do my thing. I just treat people right. Sometimes, I'm not perfect, so I might mess up, but just try to do your best. Just so if it ends up, going wrong, at least you did your part, man. Always keep your head up.
I get not being perfect, and unfortunately in love, I think a lot of us, we try to find perfection, and we try to seek perfection in our partners, but perfection doesn't exist, does it?
We're humans, so we're always going to look for what's best, which makes sense. So I'm trying to get as close to perfection as possible, for sure. But yeah, you're not gonna get it, so you just gotta you still gotta but that's how you stay looking for excellence, but at the same time you can't be delusional. You gotta understand that if you're with someone, they have flaws, man, and you gotta embrace their flaws. I'm learning how to love people's flaws, because otherwise you just go crazy. Like, why is he like that? Why is it not like me? Nah, bro, he's not you.
Even in your music videos, you showcase that even one's flaws, you can find love. You can love someone for their flaws. You can respect someone for their flaws. It's just about being able to go through it with them, and that's the hard part. Understanding whether or not that's the person I want to go through it with.
Yep, because people are scared, they're scared of taking risks. Because, you get your heart involved, feelings, now you start depending on the person. It's why I wrote Addiction. It's like, you think about that person every time. It's annoying, it's painful. The person is not, feeling that way towards you. Man, love hurts, man. But you gotta feel it. Gotta feel it, man, because it's what life is about.
Not just your song Addiction, but also your song Love Hate.
Yeah, even Love Hate, because I'm talking about a relationship where I tried so hard, because sometimes you try hard, but the person, they've been through so much, so they're just got trauma and a lot of stuff going on in their mind. They're just not mentally healthy, man. So whether you try your hardest, they always gonna pull themselves down and you with them, So sometimes you just gotta go your own route, man.
Okay, well let me ask you this: where are you now when it comes to love and relationships? Are you embracing it more? Are you still? I mean, of course, you're a student in it. We're all student in love and still trying to figure it out. Mm-hmm. But do you feel like you're in a better place than when you were when you first got into music, when you first started using music as therapy in a sense?
Yeah, I mean, music is definitely still therapy because I'm going through a lot, in my daily life, and with just like everybody else. But right now I'm just chilling, just loving life and people, trying to help people and trying to do make the best music. That's really what I'm focused on right now. Because I love just writing about people. It's gonna be my own experiences sometimes, but I love writing about people, so it's not always gonna be about me. The world is a huge place. There's so many different stories that are just waiting to be told. So yeah, right now I'm just chilling, being creative. I'm working on so much music, because I've been taking breaks for a minute because I got 2 daughters, so I wanted to make more time for them, because back in the late night drop era, I wasn't really around like that. I didn't want to miss it with the second one, which was born 2 years ago. So I spent a lot of time with her, and now I really been back. I've been in Miami for a few months just working on music, meeting amazing artists, producers, engineers, and stuff like that. So I'm really focused on like really my career right now, you know. Cause yeah, you drop Late Night Drive, you drop Time and Space, Waves and Moonlight. Okay, but these are all like R&B, like really straight R&B vibes. But music is way bigger than that. I want to incorporate a lot of different elements to my R&B, whether it's like Afro beats, house, EDM, whatever, country. I love all kind of music. So I'm really just discovering, once again, learning. I learn whatever I gotta learn from you and incorporate it to my own stuff. You know.
I love it.
Yeah.
And let me know, make sure I'm correct. You're not listening to, you having people, hey, tell me your love story, tell me what's going on with you, and then write a song. Like, it's not like that,
Yeah,
right?
man. Exactly,
Oh,
man.
it's like
Tell me your
that.
story. Tell me your
Yeah.
story. I want to write about it. Because the way I see music, you know, it's like poetry. We're just poets. That's it, you know. So it ain't gotta be about you, or you know, like that woman that wrote like Harry Potter. She's no magician, you know. So it's just stories, man. And you spread it. You give it to the world. You know, because everybody's looking for answers, man. So if we can help in a way, just, you know, somebody's gonna listen to our music, be like, oh, he thought of something that I thought about before, but I couldn't put it into words, you know. That's what I want. You know, reach the world. I sound like Michael Jackson or something.
I mean, it's not bad to sound like MJ. That's not bad. That's dope.
That's the gold, man. That's the gold. He inspired me so much throughout my career. But that's how you're supposed to be, man. It can't be for you, man. That's the thing. You gotta understand that when you're an artist, you're expressing yourself on the mic for you, but like everything you're saying is for the world to connect with it. You know, it's really just to connect with the world.
And then I'm gonna drop the bed, heal the world by MJ right here.
That's funny, man. But yeah, MJ's a GOAT. I mean, MJ of Princeton.
When are we getting a tour? What is happening?
A tour, like I said, like I'm trying to get as much music done as possible, and then I'll start working on a tour. It's gonna happen soon, though. I got a lot of stuff in the vault, so now it's just I'm just waiting to like finish recording everything, get everything mixed and stuff, and then we're gonna start working on a small tour. I think in the States, we're trying to do something in the UK, France as well, obviously. In Australia, we're gonna try to put that together as well. But so many things are gonna happen, like in the next few months. I'm gonna just be on the road, you know. So I want to go to Brazil as well. I got a lot of people there that listen to my music, so it's interesting to go and see like what can I grab from there, you know.
Well, I just hope that you include Nashville on this list.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! Actually, I never been.
You've never been to Nashville?
Yeah. Nah, man. I was talking like 2 weeks ago about Nashville to one of my friends. I was like, "How is Nashville?" I'm hearing it every time, and it's like I'm hearing a lot of artists are from there, and they sound amazing. I want to go there and work with artists there, you know. So what is the vibe like in Nashville?
Nashville is beautiful. We have an amazing R&B scene here. The local artists are phenomenal. And we have even a neo soul scene. You know, what I love about Nashville is that it's a melting pot. You can find various genres outside of just country. And no matter what no matter what corner you turn, you can always get inspired in any kind of capacity. You know, you can always find a creative way to look at things, to go about your own creativity and you know, copy or not copy, but be inspired by different styles. Nashville is such a melting pot.
That's crazy, but see, like now that you mention it, I wouldn't know that because we're being brainwashed, man, into thinking Nashville is like, you know, no blacks, you know, shit like that.
No.
Man, that's crazy. No, man, because I'm seeing a lot of black artists popping out of there, and I'm like, but isn't it the place that's like Tennessee or something? We're hearing the stories. But nah, man. So y'all actually cool in there.
We are. are. We're actually nice people.
Yeah.
Nashville's a beautiful place. Despite, because media is of course going to give you a different outlook, but
Yeah.
Nashville is gorgeous. Nashville is beautiful. Plus, we have a great nature scene too. You can definitely go hiking out here. I'm just saying that we have everything that you need to not just, well, not everything, but Nashville is something that you can get inspired by, not just in the honky tonk country element.
Right. So what's the
in various
nightlife
ways.
like?
Nightlife. Well, it depends on what you're
Because I'm in
looking for.
Miami right now.
Yeah, and I don't know about, I can't compare that Miami lifestyle to Nashville.
Nah, but if it's more chill, it's cool. It's just different experiences. Yeah, man. So when I come to Nashville, you got to show me around for sure.
That's fine, but you got to come to my studio, and I need you to be here so we can do a talk, another sit down, another interview. We'd love to show you our studio.
Definitely, we have to set it up ASAP. Whenever I come back from France, I'm going back to France in 2 weeks. Whenever I come back, let's do that, because I'll have a lot more music out. I'll play you some like unreleased stuff. Man, it's too much. I got too much music, man. I'm exhausted.
More reasons why you need to tour now. More reasons why you tour now. Don't wait. You tour now.
Yeah, but you know how it is. You got to put everything together when you're independent. It's not the same as like working with a label, and you got to keep feeding the fan base. So it's hard to like do both at the same time, So for now, push the music just so when I get on stage, I got a lot more new stuff, because I don't want people, okay, it's cool, late night drive, they're going to play the classics, but I want y'all to understand what I'm on right now, because I've traveled places, So you're going to hear some vibes. You like Afro beats?
I do like Afro beats. I'm just, for me, one word to definitely describe Ebon'e is impatient. So it's because of that. I'm like, I understand what you're saying, but I want it now.
So who do you think is the best Afrobeats artist?
I can't answer that question.
The most interesting.
It's hard to answer that question.
There's
someone that just came out, and I don't really know I don't know if he really specifically does Afro beats, but I want to make sure I'm saying his name right. I think it's Loj. Yeah. Let me see. I think I'm correct.
I think it might be that. That sounds familiar. Oh, sorry. Cut off. But I'm not sure. You have to send it to me. Wait, is it on mute? Oh, no, that's cool.
No, I can hear you. I told you sometimes it's going to be a pause, but I can hear you.
Okay. So you should check out this artist called Minz. Minz. Yeah. He's dope. He got a song called Shadow Fire. Yeah. He got another one called, I think, Whoa. Crazy. He's lit. Yeah.
Now, do you find yourself...
on my next project.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you found yourself always trying to connect back to that African heritage, your African heritage, because you're born there, but you was raised in France. So how do you find yourself always trying to reconnect through music? How is that journey, that process?
Well, I'm not sure I got the question right. Like, you thinking about like my thought process?
Yeah, like the thought process behind it. How do you go through it by music? Why do you feel like it's important? All of those questions.
I think it's well, first of all, I'm African, so I can't take it out of me. Whether I grew up in France, whether I'm in the States, whatever that is, my mom, she gonna let me know. Come here,
of course.
So, to me, yeah, I just always, and I'm not, I'm really not the type that's like I said, I love everybody in the world, but I love my people, like black people, man. I'm about black people. So black people is us, whether we're in the States, in Africa, in France, it's all of that. But we know that the roots, we know where they are, man. It doesn't lie.
Mm.
We hear it. It's in us. We have to move. Our blood just can't help. So I'm like, okay, let's find a way to, build that bridge between Africa and the rest of the world. Because they did, like Burna, Whiskey, the Rema, and them, which is fire. But they have a totally different story than mine because I'm an immigrant. So it's different, when you grow up as an immigrant in France. It's not even a English speaking country, so the whole culture is different. So that's why I'm trying to be the one to bring that perspective of a black kid, because we got artists that blew up out of the States, black artists, African artists that blew up, but there's no like French artists blew up, but they're really blowing up in France and Europe. But there's no French artists who really made it like big. I'm talking about Billboard out of France speaking English, So that's why I'm trying to. And also I grew up listening to African music, so I'm just, when I hear it, I'm just in a trance. I can play it all day. Yeah. But yeah, man,
Got you.
It's
Well, tell me,
interesting, man, to see how, because now they're finally like acknowledging, like Afro. I wouldn't even like, not just necessarily Afro beats, but just like Afro artists. They're finally embracing them. So it's interesting to see how far we're gonna go as well, because it's like hip hop. It took time for the world to actually accept it, rock with it. But once they started rocking with it, oh shit, that's when they created the Kanye West and stuff. So what's next for Afro beats? Where's the Afro Kanye? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, man. Because we got to take it to another level.
Well, one thing I will say, like I said before when I first started this interview, whether talking about your life, love, relationships, I mean, no matter what, you are a very transparent person, easy to talk to, and very open. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah, I try to be. That's what it is when you're independent. Do what you want.
But why do you feel like it's important to be that way, not just in your way of speaking, but also as an artist?
Because first of all, that's the best way to avoid being depressed. Because when you don't do what you want, and I'm not talking about acting stupid or whatever, but whatever you feel inside you, if you want to do it, just do it. It's the best way to actually get close to some kind of happiness. Otherwise, you're just like, oh man, you spend your life overthinking. I used to be like that, like crazy. I get like that sometimes. I think I might even have anxiety or something, but I won't acknowledge it because I don't care.
I get it. You're speaking to the choir when it comes to overthinking. I am the most, I'm the number one person that overthinks everything, and it is so difficult.
And it's the thing. And what if we actually have like some kind of, anxiety disorder? We wouldn't know, man, because we got to keep going. I ain't got time to figure it out, man. So, but you just gotta find balance. You need time for yourself to ask those questions to yourself. Am I healthy, man? Am I good right now? How you doing? I talk to myself all the time. You gotta treat yourself good. Talk to yourself the best, because otherwise you're just depressed, man. No one's gonna do that for you. You can't expect people to always be like, oh man, you're the best in the world. And now you gotta tell that to yourself. Mm-hmm. Man, I be telling that to myself every day. I'm the best artist that ever existed, man.
I do want to question this though. And help me out. Your latest singles, Addiction, Love, Hate, and Ecstasy. Mm-hmm. Why did you release a roller coaster? I felt like I was in love. I was happy in love. I was addicted to that person because I was so much in love with them. And then all of a sudden, I put all their stuff outside.
So, I think, well, first of all, Well, the concept of ecstasy is like multiply the creativity. That's the name of the project, XTNC. Which well, that name came about when I was going through some stuff. So probably like a year and a half ago. Crazy. I don't even want to like get deep into it. That was dark, dark, dark. So yeah, I ended up just being in that world for a few months. That dark world, drugs, weird. Like I've experienced that for a few months, and it was like that. The music came out dope though. Not gonna lie, but it definitely wasn't an easy time. So yeah, for that, but it put me in that zone. I'm not saying that it's good to take drugs at all, but I was able to make some more stuff that was like just random, but just able to express myself, just in a brutal, like in an honest way, whether it's the pain that I was feeling, or just like the love that I felt for that woman. Yeah.
So is all three projects a story of that one relationship?
Nah, but there's like clues here and there, on each project. So most women know, except for the one I'm just talking about, like someone's story that I found on, I don't know, Instagram or Quora or whatever. But yeah, the ones that are mentioned, they know. Because like I said, I'm just being honest. Even if you did me wrong, I still love you enough to write about you.
Well, that's definitely what I can say to someone that's first now, getting introduced to Yo Train. He's just being honest, just being transparent, and just telling it like it is. Is that right?
Exactly. Because I'm doing it for myself. Like I said, it's the best way to be healthy, man. And that's the best thing, to be healthy, man. Everybody see you, yo, man, you look healthy. Hell yeah, man. That's the best thing. You ever had that feeling when you're feeling good? Man,
yeah.
That's the best, man. So yeah, we all looking for that.
Well, tell me, my listeners, tell them how they can check out more about Yo Train and how they can find your music and all of that.
So yeah, I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, all streaming platforms, YouTube as well. Yo Train, YO space TRANE. I'm on IG, social media as well. I'm posting like reels and of like music content. I got like a broadcast channel as well where I drop like unreleased stuff to the real ones. Yeah, so definitely check it out. And I'm excited to, work on that new music I've been working on and see what people think about it. I love it though. So I'm excited to drop it and see what people think, man.
Mind you, he made a promise, listeners. He said that he's gonna come by Nashville. So that is...
Yeah, man. I can't wait. Actually, man, I might mess around and make a whole country album. Don't get me started. Don't get me started, man. That would be crazy. Actually, like, I'm serious. That would be amazing.
I mean, hey, it's here. I mean,
crazy.
I think
but
you should.
It's got to sound like on some different. Like, it can't be like the regular country Nashville. I got to bring my own sauce flavor to it. They're gonna be like, "Oh, are we in Africa or Nashville or France or the States?" Yeah, I gotta create like some whole new, man. I wanna change things, man. But the bigger you get, the more access you get. When I get to work with Kanye and them, hold on, because everything you heard now is just me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So wait until I work with these craziest, like Metro, all of these guys. It's a wrap.
But guys, don't forget, check out Yo Train. Definitely follow him on social media. Get in touch with his vibe and understand that one thing he's going to tell you is to be transparent, be honest, and always do better. Thanks,
Do
guys.
better. Exactly. Thank you so much.